any case, we may spend our time in an interesting way. Oh, I like these cats. Do you like cats, by the way? I like them very much, and also of course, I love my cat, Barsikito. He is so funny. You know that cat in many cultures was the symbol of, not only the symbol, but animal, the supporter, the follower of witches, yeah. And in European culture, in Russia, in other countries of Western, Eastern Europe, yes, cat is always, especially black cat, is next to witch, yeah, you know, because it's connected with a cult of like animal worship, yes, you know, for instance, in shamanic cults of in different parts of the world, in Western, in Southern and Northern America, yeah, I mean First Nations, who has still who have shamanism as a native system of beliefs. They believe in spirits who can support you, and the spirit may appear in body of animal, yes. And you know, a lot of cultures, Indian cultures in America, they worshipped jaguar, you remember. And it was connected with the acknowledgement of jaguar as the most powerful animal of jungles. Like in European forests, the most powerful animal was bear. Yeah, that is why we can find a symbol of bears everywhere in symbols of political parties, in fairy tales, everywhere really, because bear was the most powerful, like master of the forest, and forest strongly associated in the mind of ancient people with a supernatural world, yes, with something that doesn't coincide with this reality, with human culture, yes. It's something transcendent toward a human world. And of course, as analogy in American pre-Columbian cults, also we can find such master of jungle forest, jaguar. And by the way, you know that most of cultures, not most, all of cultures of, I mean, Maya, Aztecs, other peoples who lived in pre-Columbian America, they thank you for your support. They were not ancient. Yes, of course they are old, but they, if we mean scheme of European history, they were Middle Ages civilizations, but only during World War II, when military helicopters flew above jungles, you know, it's very dense type of forests, and it's very hard to find something there, but from helicopters people noticed something in jungles, some temples, some maybe parts of temples, and only during maybe less than 10 years scientists started to study more or less seriously this ancient pre-Columbian history, because really at this coast of Chile and other countries in modern Southern America was found signs of much more ancient civilizations than those ones which was connected with the period of Christopher Columb. So it's really like a new page in thank you for your support, new page in history of America and pre-Columbian cultures of America. It's very interesting topic really, and 2 years ago I listened lectures of one professor who lives there. I don't remember exactly in what country, Mexico maybe, something like that. And he devotes all his time, all his efforts to study these questions. He goes all the time to archaeological expeditions, studies those things. Of course, it's not very easy, because you understand, in jungle it's very, very hard to do something even with modern technologies, because of wild snakes, these dense forests. But it's very interesting. And you know that as for Middle Ages period of pre-Columbian civilizations of America, during many years no one could read the texts of Maya, for instance, yes, and only in the 20th century Russian scientists could understand how to read, how to he discovered this language, the sense of language of Maya, and now due to the scientists we can read something. But of course a lot of texts, a lot of monuments were destroyed because of this conquest. Yes, a lot of things that were made from gold were melt to be transformed in coins, because that time people from Europe, they didn't pay so much attention to cultural heritage, but they want first of all what, of course, money, gold, and they didn't take care much about cultural things. Yes. By the way, I can show you maybe the person who discovered, who was the first who discovered language of Maya. Just a moment. It's a Russian historian with very interesting appearance. Just a moment, I will show you. He looks like maybe a magician. Oh, I think you can see. Just a moment. Oh my god. You see, with his cat, by the way, maybe he also really, I need to remove this thing from, maybe he also a magician, because he also was all the time with his cat. with like Nagual, yes, animal who helps in magic practices. Oh, when I was 14, I read all the books of Castaneda, you know, this awesome professor of anthropology, American professor who went to learn life of Indians. And one day he met real shaman, Don Juan, who opened for him another reality, another world. And after that, Carlos Castaneda created his own system of spiritual growth, maybe, I don't know how to say, of the way or the path of warrior, yeah. And the name of this path is Tansagriti. Really, maybe our reality. You remember this movie Matrix, a very philosophical movie, in fact. And the main idea that this world is not so real as we can imagine. Yeah, it's illusion, but very strong illusion. No, very. I mean, very strong because it's collective illusion. And just a moment, I title this picture. I would like to change it to something more interesting. Just a moment. By the way, maybe you know that the 8th of August was the International Cats Day. So I had to make my broadcast maybe that day with such decorations. Oh, but I think that cats are so nice creatures, so mystical, so magic, that we can celebrate this festival every day. So I said about what? About cats. So you know that cats as divine creatures were represented in many cultures and in many in different continents. Let's remember about ancient Egypt. You remember a lot of images of gods with the head of a cat. For instance, Bastet, ancient Egyptian goddess of dance and of grace. So I think that's why that will be nice. In my native city, we had during many years every year a festival, Bastet, festival of belly dance. Yeah, I like this art so much, and it's so beautiful, and also I like it because it's so nice for health to go belly dancing. Maybe you tried. I tried to. At home, I try to dance regularly because really it's not only beautiful, yes, dance, it's sacred, with sacred roots. Maybe not so ancient as sometimes we can read in some sources, yes, about ancient Egypt. It's more connected with Arabic Islam culture. but it's very good for health, for all organs. And by the way, of course, it's first of all now for women, but the greatest masters of belly dancing in the world, you know, that they are men, not women. But of course, a lot of actresses who make this dance popular now. Of course, they're women, yes, and several girls from my country also. They are very famous all over the world, and I am proud that I had the opportunity this year to study this art with our superstar Allah Kushnir, who is very famous in Egypt, because you know Egypt is maybe the main country in the world of belly dancing. So I recommend you to try this art. Just it's also very democratic art, because you may dance this kind of dancing no, without regard the age, even your sex, age, or status, or physical training, your level of physical training. You may go and try to do these beautiful movements for yourself, for your pleasure, for your health. Very nice, really. My dear followers, please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, Elena. Hello! Zimorodok, because there you may find many interesting videos about psychology, about history of cultures and religions of the world, about cards tarot, of course, and a lot of videos with musical, some compositions, guitar, accordion, synthesizer, and I think it really can be interesting for you. So maybe very soon I'll do for you my magic spread. You know, I have a great experience in the sphere of tarot reading. Also, I can read palm, yeah. But it's hard to me to do it here, because I need to see all the details, yeah, very sharply. But we can use cards tarot to know your future. Oh, just a moment. You know that not only a cat may be follower, friend of witch, but also other shamanic creatures such as crown, such as who else? Black dog sometimes. Different of them, because these creatures. Oh, by the way, peacock, not peacock, sorry, cock, simply cock, because of what? Because this creature, in our understanding of ancient people, is a shamanic creature, because it is on the measure between two spheres, between two worlds, day and night. Maybe you live in village, or you was in village, you were in village one day, and you know that cocks, they cry cuckoo, yeah, with the first rays of sunshine. And even before this first race, And that is why, so it's like a measure, yes, how people can understand that it's a morning, it's sunrise. And all shamans, no matter human beings or animals, their role is to be between two worlds all the time, yeah, like mediators. And that is why some, by the way, about human, yes, some shamans may go to, you understand the structure of the world in all ancient cultures. People believe usually in threefold structure: the upper world or heavenly world, middle world, and underworld. Underworld is always connected with death, with ancestors, and with a new life, because when you are member of agriculture culture, yeah, your main sense in this life is to have good harvest, and every season, every year, you need to put crop into the earth, like make it, like it's like you understand, like death, and after from this dead crop you can see the growth of new green plant. And that is why life and death are closely connected with this underworld in understanding of ancient people. And always in Greek mythology, you remember, yeah, that gods who were connected with underworld, with death, with Aid, yeah, they always all simultaneously are gods of fertility, of good harvest, of richness, of this, of nature, yeah, blossom. And shamans are people who can travel and communicate to creatures from upper world and from underworld, and to get some information from there or from there and bring it to other people. So shamans are people who may heal disease, who may tell stories of sacred stories for his or her tribe, who also may tell the future. And of course, shamans sometimes were the same character as a ruler, yeah, like chief of the tribe. Sometimes they were two different persons, sometimes leader of the tribe and shaman of the tribe was one and the same man. It depends upon culture, it depends upon many factors. But during military actions, when one tribe fighted against other tribe, at first it was a battle of shamans, because you know that the main sense of any war is psychological sense, not to maybe destroy completely your enemy, but first of all to destroy their psyche, to make them afraid, to be afraid of you, yeah. And that is why shamans pictured something on their faces and went in front of other army, yeah, and cried, shouted very loudly something, yeah, some curses. And sometimes it was enough to make other side run away. So like ancient military technologies or technologies of control over mind, yeah, human mind. You remember that such things always were very interesting for people, and also in ancient in Egypt, priests knew a lot of things how to control the crowd, and many of these knowledges they were transmitted later in other generations of different people, of rulers. And when Sigmund Freud discovered this theory, formulated the theory of unconscious actions, unconscious part of psyche. Of course, he was a very talented man, but he wasn't the first who understood such things, because also in ancient Egypt people knew about this layer of our psyche. And you remember that, for instance, to heal effectively that or this disease, when a person, this ill person, dreamt or was maybe in not very good state of mind, healer wrote everything that his patient said during his maybe illusions, this state when he slept. And after that, healers, doctors of ancient Egypt, they analyzed these texts, these words, and tried to find the key in subconsciousness, what was the main sense, main reason of that or this disease, how to heal it more effectively according to these like visions of ill person. So it also was work with subconsciousness. And now, my dear followers, I think we also try to come into touch with your subconsciousness, with your in deep layers of your psyche, those layers that we can't see directly, because nature is very clever, is very wise, and nature doesn't allow all this information, all this stuff to be in our heads, not to make us mad, because we haven't so much place here in our mind to contain all this volume of information. So great. It's so big because, as I've already said, it's not only the experience of yourself, I mean your as a personality of some age, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, but it's experience of all your generations of your ancestors. Just imagine how many people and what great experience are there in your subconsciousness. But of course we may come into touch with some hints, some things, some elements of this knowledge, and it's also a natural thing, because beside different practices, besides psychology or some cuts or some other practices, we may come into touch with these things with the help of slips of tongue, slips of handwriting, with the help of our dreams, when we see some images in our dreams. And you know that the logics of dreams are completely different than logics of our life, so-called real life, yes. And to interpret symbols of dreams, it's real art. And to learn this art, you should first of all read what? Read the books of psychoanalytics. I mean Carl Jung. First of all, Carl Jung, and maybe some of his followers, some of his like disciples. Yes. Just a moment. Oh. No, not like that. What is this? Oh my god. No. Let it be. Let it be something red, maybe. Oh, where is my favorite cat? Oh, yeah. My pet. So, let's do maybe some spreads, yeah? General spreads.